Hello and welcome back to another Star Citizen video. And today we're gonna look at a very interesting ship, right? A ship that I've put away, I've not reviewed for not say quite some time. I've withheld for quite some time before I review this because this ship is either an amazing ship to have, or it's a ship that actually raises more questions. Before we begin, like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and help this channel grow. And let's check out the Aegis Sabre Peregrine. Peregrine? Okay, you know what? I butchered the name already. Peregrine. Right. I call it Peregrine. Some people call it Peregrine. Maybe it's just me, okay? Okay, so now this ship is a racing ship according to the stats that I have right now, which is interesting because we're going to compare to some of the racing ship per se. And according to the what you call this information, the fastest Sabre model ever conceived, the Peregrine takes the infamous military born Sabre chassis and turn it into an unadulterated speed. Okay, so first thing first, one of the first impression I have is I love the design. Okay, it is so the Sabre Raven, the OG design, the OG chassis. It's one of my favorite. It's actually very nice and sleek. It does say stealth, but it is an exclusive for people who buy the, I think, the SSD, the Intel. I forgot which model, but one of the fastest SSD back then. So that's why it's the Raven Plus. It has an EMP, no, it has an EMP weapon system on it, and it's the second ship after the Avenger Warlock, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, I don't think the Vanguard Sentinel was live back then. It was quite some time ago, a few years back. Okay, so that's that. Now we have two, what you call this? Two chassis or two models from the Sabre chassis that is obtainable, that is close to the Raven. Of course, number one is Firebird and number two is the Peregrine. Now, the question at hand is, it's cool, right? Everything is nice, it's great, it's cool. Now, the problem, or rather the question, who is this ship for? That is the biggest question, because there are plenty of ships in the game. First thing I want to say is it's always great to have variety, and there comes to the PSA. You do not need to buy any of this ship that I'm going to mention with real money. Okay, all of them are obtainable in game. All you need is a starter pack. Easy. Okay, easy. Don't even bother buying any of this extra fancy ship. If you are on the fence and if you are thinking, oh, you know what, I just want to play Star Citizen for fun, this is for people who wants to support, right, CIG in their development. And at the same time, I also must admit, CIG does raise a lot of money to date. So for those who also want to support, what you want to do is you want to make an informed decision. That's the goal for this video. And with that said, now we're going to move on to the ship, because I'm going to talk about price tag. And for those who wants to buy internet spaceship, I'm a sucker for internet spaceship. However, there is a niche requirement for me in order to get, if I want to part my money with internet spaceship, it has to fulfill a lot of criteria. Yep. And of course, I will rebalance my fleet from time to time. So that's a story for another day. Most important, we want to take a look at this guy, all right? Sabre Peregrine, cool font. It does scream luxury, sport, exotic. Yeah, so that's that. That's the Peregrine. Unfortunately, I do not have the full technical spec. I don't think they released yet as well, which is boo, all right? Because this ship feels like it's technically, in my opinion, direct flight ready, okay? Because that's if they are using the Firebird chassis, they just need to strip down here and there. And Firebird is also a, what you call this, a remodeled version of the Raven. So in my opinion, this is probably here already. Yeah, but we do not have the full technical spec, which is a little bit sad. So that means this is not ready for prime time. But first, let's take a look. Look at that sleek, nice. I love it, right? I love this type of ship because it's depending on the profile of the ship, because the Peregrine says speed and this looks very, very streamlined. I do love the Firebird. However, the Firebird was a little bit too much money for a missile exclusive ship. It is still a nice ship, okay? It's still nice. I have to make a decision, so I have to drop the Firebird. And then Peregrine comes out. It's like, oh no, what is this? Okay, so look at that. Cool. Now we're going to look at some of the tech spec, which I thought I would get more information. Unfortunately, that's about it, which is sad. What we're going to do is we're going to focus on here. Okay, before we say racing, before we compare to other racing ship, the first thing of course we want to check is the FCM speed. Of course, do note we are in the new master mode flight. The new master mode flight mode. That's a handful of words, right? Yeah, so of course the flight characteristic is much different, but because we are not doing combat, if it's pure racing, technically master mode, it does play a role. Who am I kidding? It does play a role. Because you want to go from, because FCM speed is where you get the most mobility out of it. And my guess is if you want to do racing, it's probably under the master mode as well, which is the base stats. So with that, 1 to 6.2 ms, thrusters, okay, so this one we don't care anymore. Engine performance booster, we don't care about this. Roll with, okay, so in general, this is the largest racing ship. In my opinion, it is big, it is huge, 26 meter, 36 meter. Yeah, so this is very interesting. That's why I was putting out there. Usually racing ships are smaller and nimble. This guy is huge. If you have not seen it, it's the same size as Raven or the Firebird. If you don't have, it's the same size. And quantum jump drive, okay, we don't care about this guy because this guy obviously, it's a ship, it's a proper ship. You have quantum drive and you have jump drive. Shield generator 2 times size 1. I think they changed this a little bit. I'm not so sure. I don't have the new list because there are some ship that goes through a new component update. Okay, yeah, it was a big deal for some people. For me, it's like everything is subject to change. So that's why what I like to do is I would just pick up some ships that I like. At the end of the day, if the stats change, I would say, is it worth keeping? That's that. Okay, so we're gonna go to the price tag, $185, $170 for Warborn. Good news is lifetime insurance. Ta-da! And we have a serial number. In my opinion, I don't care about serial number. It's a nice little flair. I don't care. I care about lifetime insurance. That's actually my number one requirement when it comes to buying internet spaceship. I want to get the best perk out of it. Lifetime insurance is the best perk out there for me to chase. Is it very important? Not really. Not really for now. And I do hope it's not a big deal, okay? Yeah. I'm going to talk about lifetime insurance probably during the anniversary sale or during CitizenCon, because that's where we get a lot more news. And if they update the lifetime if they update any of the insurance knowledge, yeah, we can talk about it. Okay, so before we go to comparison, paint, paint I don't care. Usually I would say if you want to buy paint, save up, get more internet spaceship. That's how I put it. Collection, collection, no. It's too expensive, right? $620. Of course, all of this have lifetime insurance, which is nice, but that's a lot of money. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go through the stats. All right, we're going to go through some of the main stats and using DPS calculator, one of my trusty source For stats, they are paper stats. They are not. Okay, do note, even though the stats are correct, they are not, what do you call this? Practical stats. All right, the performance will be different according to the situation that you are in. Okay, and of course, depending on your skill level as well. That's it. That's it. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to check Sabre Peregrine. What we want to do is FCM speed. We want FCM boost, speed forward 654. These are important, and because it's a racing ship, we do care about the pitch, yaw, and roll. Same goes with the boosted. The rest of the stats not really important. So there we go. Okay, so the size is size 2 racing competition ship. Crazy. And is this correct? If this is correct, 0 weapons. Ugh. This is literally a sports car in space. 0 weapons. I'm gonna talk a little bit about that, okay? Even though this is the ship that you like, because there's no weapons, yeah, it does make a big difference. Okay, so once we got the stats, now I'm gonna compare to my favorite ship. A ship that I'm totally biased of is the Origin M50. Now the Origin F50 is a size 1. It definitely have better FCM speed. Pitch your roll definitely much better. 55, 55, 200. The higher the number, the better it is. Peregrine is good at pitch, terrible at yaw and roll. Yeah, 55, 55, 200 all across the board. Boosted 66 to 40. What about you? 60. Okay, yeah. So pitch, wow, pitch is better. Pitch is better. Cool. All right. Nav max speed 1.4. This guy should be 1. Okay. Same. All right. Just a little bit faster. Not much of a difference. 654. Yeah. 654. Oh wow, boost speed is faster. So straight line, this guy is much better. When it comes to mobility, then the M50 is just slightly better. All right. Next up, we're gonna Fury. We're gonna go for Razor first, right? Razor 240, 620. Okay, about same. Oh wow, no difference. No difference. That is not cool. No, okay. Razor and M50, no difference. Fury should be much better. 65, yeah, okay. Fury is way better. Nav max speed slower. FCM speed slower. Boost slower. So the Fury, okay. Some people will say this is the wrong Fury, which I will partially agree. Usually I like to use base Fury. So we're going to go for Fury LX, the dedicated racing machine. 7270, yeah, okay. 249. Oh wow, it's small. It's slower. Okay, we don't care about nav max speed for this case. Because it's just racing. Racing, we're going to go under the FCM speed in general. Wow, slower. But way more nimble. Way more nimble. Surprising. That's surprising stats. That is actually impressive. Now the question at hand is no weapons. Before we do anything, last one. All right, last one. What we're gonna do is hydrogen capacity and quantum field. Since we're gonna use this for scouting as well. I would say all racing ship out there, if you have it, if you want it, it's going to be a scouting ship or an not all ships are interceptor, because M50 has size 2, Razor has size 2, even though this just, yeah. Peregrine has nothing. Fury LX has nothing. Okay, 3,583. That's the interceptor. 583, 3,000. Oh, this is 583. Really? Not a lot. Same quantum field capacity. Wow, I thought you'd be better. I thought you'd be better because your hydrogen capacity is much higher than everyone else. And if you say what's no, sorry, what? So hydrogen means boost. Okay, that means you can boost longer, you can boost faster. Interesting. Okay, no, I was about to say this ship is not good, but because after looking at some of the stats a little bit more in depth, because first thing, the reason why I say not good is because there's no weapon. So I don't know if I want to pick this guy up because there's no weapon, because this is my go-to. But looking at the stats here right now, the question at hand is, if I were to pick up the Sabre Peregrine, what it is for if it's not racing? Yeah, that is a question. The answer is maybe not that great. Maybe we will have a different category. Size 1 versus size 2. That is bad. This is a size 1. This is a size 1. So this is a first size 2 racing ship. Yeah, that is interesting, okay? To be honest, this is an interesting ship. Now, would I get it? I would say this one, I would get it in game, personally. Just get it in game. Because it's too niche. Way too niche. Racing competition, yeah, way too niche. Because at least the M50 Interceptor has a bit of pew pew. So if you want to do some light PvP or PvE, you can do it. But this guy is mainly gonna run away. So at the end of the day, some people would say, why do I need weapons if I'm just gonna run away at the end of the day? The answer is, you might not always run away. You might just do like, maybe you just need a little bit of firepower to withheld or to wait for reinforcement, wait for your friends. That's how I put it. Or maybe you can contribute a little bit of DPS. Because the interceptor is great, okay? Yeah, the only downside is most interceptor is just fast. So in this case, the Sabre Peregrine is fast. Yeah, the question, who is it for? Who is it for? I don't know. I don't know. It looks cool. It looks great. I will not buy. If you ask me, I will not. Decision made. I will not buy with real money. It's way, way too niche. If I were to pick it up, probably it's just for the LTI token. But then again, $100, 175, 170. It's too much. It's too expensive for a lifetime insurance token. And with that being said, that's it. Yeah, I thought we might be able to get at least a pair of weapons, but no weapons. So, all right, I got all my data. No, I got all my information. This is just a speedy ship. It doesn't even have. Wow, it doesn't even have a cargo space. This is just pure speed, pure exotic spots ship. And with that, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and help this channel grow. Until then, I will see you in the verse, and fly safe. Yeah. Yeah, too niche, too niche. I would love to have you, but the Firebirds still win in this category for me.